Welcome in. We made it. It's been a full day. It's been a really charged last 2 days, last 24 hours. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope this finds you well. Yes, we were doing also 12 signs tonight. Pray for me. We're going to do it. And I'm going to try to be Aries on, point, succinct. Like that, right? Aries is not long-winded, okay? But I do want to get to the point. I do want to give you messages that are relevant. I just realized, let's clear the space. Let me get my sage out. I forgot to get my sage out. And let's clear the air. And while we're doing that, let's give people a chance to come on in and let's talk about a few things. I am going to pull the signs randomly so that, spontaneous lucky things happen. Like, I don't know, Leo coming out first the last time. Like, wow. Yeah, wow. So let's not be predictable and have Aries first all the time. Oh, did I just say that? I just said that. God help me. I love y'all, Aries. I love you. Okay. But, yeah, we're going to see what Spirit wants first this time. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for clear messages. And help me say what I need to say. Help me get clear messages for those who are tuning in now and later. Please help me. Clear messages. Thank you, Spirit. All right. And I hope y'all can see very clearly. We will have the signs displayed up here as we are on the signs, okay? So that you know. And hopefully, if you guys can help with time stamping again, because that really helped the last time, my gosh. I will try to call the time out, and then, like, Nun was fantastic. I don't know if Nun's going to be here tonight. But whomever can timestamp, it is a lot of work, but then if I help with calling it out, then, I see some people are joining in. Thank you for those of you who are here and who hit the like button. Truth Warrior has joined again. Good evening to you as well. She says, just got home from the gym and the moon is huge. You know what? It's a hunter moon. Oh, yeah, big surprise. Aries, the warrior. Hunter moon, so fitting, right? And in the fall, right? It's so fitting. Here's the hunter moon. Can you see that? Beautiful artwork there. I love this artwork. So, supposedly, one of the most significant moons of the year. And I mean, I'm feeling a bit unsettled about it. I shared that with you earlier when I went live. Where we talked solely about the energy, and I did a bit of personal sharing, and, I think that what adds to my inner sense of unsettling with this moon is knowing that we are coming into eclipse season. And those of you who are empaths, can you feel it? Can you feel like there's unrest, things are changing, things are disruptive, right? Eclipses bring in holy shifts. And we've got one at the end of this month on the 25th. And then we've got another one in November. So buckle up. I'm concerned that any unrest you're feeling during the time of this full moon, I'm hearing catalyst, okay? That it's some kind of catalyst or some kind of shakeup, and I don't like it. I know, Truth Warrior saying, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Yeah, I know, girl. I'm right there with you. That's how I feel about it. All right. A reminder before we get rolling. I'm going to make this brief, but I gotta say it. As many of you know, not only is this a free reading that I do twice a month, but it's advertising free. Isn't that a beautiful thing? You will not have to watch advertisements on this channel so much as I can help it. But in exchange, if you think that I deserve a tip, check out my tip jars in the description box down below. And later on, when it's not live, I'll hopefully have those tip jars pinned in the comments down below. By the way, those tip jars go to places like PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Square, and all hell's breaking loose right now with these. Hey, did y'all hear? And this ties into the full moon energy, all right? Earlier I talked about these relationships and the sun and Mercury and Venus and Libra. Venus is about money, and Libra is about, you know, contracts, partnerships, and blah, blah, blah. And all these little places where people like myself try to make a living to keep our lights on, to keep the internet streaming, you know, that kind of stuff. These payment apps, they're now starting to try to hold on to people's money, create delays with policies. And I don't know if you heard, but over the last 24 hours, PayPal has been trending on Twitter. People have been shutting their accounts down because PayPal has up and decided, hey, if we decide that you're spreading misinformation, we know all about that, right, from the last 2 years. The things that they censored people for and called misinformation now is turning out to be true. Yeah. So PayPal's decided, if you're spreading misinformation, which who knows, Leo King's predicted that one day, you know, the astrology community's up next. That's misinformation. But anyway, I digress. My point is, they're saying that they could, you know, they're going to create a new policy to hold on to up to $2,500 per offense. So a lot of people shut their accounts down. Why am I bringing it up? It just seems relevant with the energy, because in the topic at hand about these tip jars, these are important. This is how people like me keep things going, right? This is how we stay alive. But with the moon in Aries and the sun in Libra, along with Mercury and Venus, on a more collective level, because I talked about the personal level earlier today, but on more of a collective level, we're seeing this play out with people fighting over the resources. And so not only did I see this happen over the last 24 hours with PayPal, people shutting down accounts for retaliation against censorship and fining and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, my daughter and I, we were out today and we noticed that a lot of these payment apps are creating policies or creating some kind of delays so that they don't get your money to you quicker, okay? I could go on and on about that and explain more details maybe at another time. I know most of you are here for the astrology, so we're going to get into that. I thank you for those of you who are time stamping. I thank you for those of you who have hit the tip jar. And just as a friendly reminder, because I have been asked, yes, I am still available for private readings. Again, links are down below if you want a private reading. I'm going to say also, recently I have had some Scorpios in the Scorpio rising go through a lot. You'll have, right, the South Node is in Scorpio. My gosh, but regardless of what your signs, you know, are and your placements, if you're going through, if you feel like you're getting hit hard with these energies, please reach out to me. I mean, I have so many different types of readings available. But my latest reading that I want to come out with is the just tell me what the problem is reading. Just tell me what the problem is, okay? Did somebody pass away? Did somebody lose their job? Is all hell breaking loose in your house? I mean, just tell me what the damn problem is, and then I'm going to get right on point with your private reading, right? We're going to try to get as detailed as we can here, but it is a generic, right? It is a general reading. And a reminder as well that as I talk about the signs, I will discuss the astrology, where this moon is hitting, and what is most relevant with the astrology portion, I say, has to do with your rising sign. So make sure you're watching your sun, moon, and rising, most importantly, rising. But it, again, still bear in mind, it's general, so it may not be exacting. Only an exact look at your natal chart will get you that, okay? All right, so anything else that I have forgotten? I should have been shuffling this the whole time. These are all the signs, and we're going to see. Spirit, show me what sign we need to do first tonight. What sign do we need to do first tonight? Please show me, Spirit. Gemini. Interesting. I have not done Gemini in quite some time. And I just saw Taurus is next. Okay. So if y'all want to go take a potty break or whatever y'all want to do, just go right ahead. All right. Honestly, I want to start off with some oracle cards because I just kind of want to get a feel for, you know, what you're being asked to release with this full moon, Gemini. Okay. You have this hitting your 11th house of all things Aquarian. Colleagues, friends, social media, social networks. Well, ideals, dreams, wishes, aspirations, goals. Is there something that you are having to release? Something maybe you have, I'm hearing back burner. You'd have to put on the back burner. You've had to kind of let go of for now. Surrender the drama is what has come out. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Stay centered. That's going to help you resolve the issue more quickly. And surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to Spirit. Doing so will help you bring clarity or even solve the problem. Okay, what emotions need to get released tonight? What emotions need to get released tonight for Gemini? Please show me what emotions need. Ugh, okay, you got a lot here. You got a lot. Well, some of you, you know, you want your freedom. You want to be a free bird, okay? You want to be independent, do your own thing. But look at this. Holy crap. Are you frustrated because somebody else wants to be free? I just heard free to be me. Somebody is either, you know, trying to do their own thing and it's pissing other people off. Or you want to do your own thing and you feel you can't. You feel like maybe you can't get out of that cage. And that's pissing you off. What is the emotional healing advice here for Gemini? Emotional healing advice. What emotions need healing, or how can Gemini get emotional healing? Okay. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. Well. Isn't that the Sun in Libra now, isn't it? This is quite a contrast. Pride is like, you know, this ego issue, this sense of self. Very Leo vibe I'm getting off of this. But having a healthy sense of pride, I think, self-respect and all of that good stuff. But there's some kind of adversity where you're having to maybe accept challenges as the best way for you to learn right now. And I know some of you are probably like, hey, I've had enough of that BS, okay? I don't want any more of that. I am tired. I'm tired. I need to, can I just get free of this? Can I, honestly, looking at this, I ain't gonna lie, Gemini, this is a whole lot of drama. I'm seeing a lot of red. I'm seeing a lot of explosions, anger. Please be careful. I think the trick is that you're going to have to, This might involve an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay? Feminine energy, mother possibly energy. The answer might be you got to do what is grounded right now, okay? You got to ground this thing out, all right? Because I'm seeing a lot of fire here, to be honest with you. A lot of fire and water, and I think the main issue here is you going after your happiness, and in the past, maybe you were focused on your coin, you were focused on stability and security in the future. Some of you or somebody around you is not getting a second chance, or they're not doing the internal self-examination. They're not really, you know, asking themselves, where did I go wrong? Where can I get it right or better? You know, what's hinging this all together is, you know, I think you have been through some very difficult times. Some of you lost a lot of sleep, but the good news is you are coming out of this, okay? I think the advice and the outcome is you're not going to put your effort into something anymore. You're not going to invest in something anymore, because you may realize, you may have learned a very critical lesson here about investing wisely. I'm hearing invest wisely, okay? You might have put yourself into something that just honestly pissed you or somebody else off, okay? And some of you are stuck on it. You're stuck on it and you're having trouble releasing all of these fiery emotions. And the lesson here is be careful what you invest yourself in, okay? Invest wisely. I'm going to move on to the next sign. We have just done Gemini. We're going on to Taurus. And Taurus, let's see what you are being asked to release during this full moon in Aries. What is Taurus? And I'm a Taurus rising, so I don't know if my Taurus daughter is tuned in and watching. If you're watching, Taurus is on. Okay, Team Taurus. I was bonding with my Taurus daughter today. We have a lot of shared astrology, so it was a beautiful thing. All right. Well, surrender your need. Oh, there she is. She says, I'm here. Thanks for joining. Kick out any trolls that come in. You know, Mars and Gemini is in full effect. We got to kick them out, right? Anyway, okay. Surrender your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. Ooh, we can do that. We bulls like fixed signs, right? We like to kind of we have our plan, right? This will help you resolve conflicts and improve your relationship. And I'm telling you, with the Sun in Libra, this is all at this time about relationships. Venus, Mercury is about relationships. Surrender, defensiveness is also the advice. My Taurus daughter we had to talk about flexibility today, and I had to relate to her about this, because we get our plan, and I'm double fixed, so I really got it bad, okay? We get our plan, and then when life happens and you have to regroup or reroute or re-strategize or something, you're like, hold up, wait a second, this ain't part of my plan. I don't know what to do about this. You know, and it's hard for us to shift gears, you know, being, you know, a fixed sign. And so I told her, girl, we're going to have to flex and flow. We got to improvise. We got to work with this, roll with it, you know. But so I see that coming up in that context for you, Taurus. The card about surrendering defensiveness is saying defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered, hear someone out, and then offer a clear, non-defensive response, okay? And at the foundation, surrender to non-action. Some of you really need to take a time out, because, I mean, there's a lot of exhaustion going on. This is super exhausting, okay? Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power and let others come to you. Particularly, you know, feminines, and Taurus is a feminine energy, okay, but I'd say definitely the feminine Tauruses. It's time for you to relax, decompress, and let somebody come to you, okay? Some of you need to take a time out to get encouragement. Some of you have been discouraged by things going on, and it might have to do with, again, your dreams, wishes, your sense of fulfillment. Let me say, this is hitting our 12th house, okay? So some of you, this might be on a very subliminal, subconscious level. You're having to release things that you're not even fully aware of. Tune into your dream activity, because these divine downloads might come out during the night, okay? But I'm also seeing this about there may be, with 12th house, some issue of self-sabotage or hidden enemies, and it's an emotional issue of, how did I let this person sabotage me? How am I giving my power away and, you know, sabotaging myself? And that ends up stealing my sense of fulfillment, my sense of encouragement. So I'm getting R&R, I'm getting self-care. Come on, Taurus, we know how to do self-care, right? I mean, if Taurus don't know how to do self-care, nobody knows how to do self-care, right? Like, you gotta take care of yourself, and you need to encourage yourself. Even I had to learn to do this. When there's a lot of us are dealing with a lack of encouragement. It's bad. I mean, for a lot of people are discouraged. And a lot of times when we find ourselves in that situation, there's nobody around to encourage us. We have to encourage ourselves. Some of you, especially not feeling fulfilled with what's going on in life, it's time to pull back and reconsider what is really going to fulfill you, and how do you align yourself with the people, places, things that give you that fulfillment, that give you that encouragement. Okay, please show me for Taurus the emotional healing that needs to be done at the time of this full moon. For Taurus, emotional healing. Okay. Gratitude. Oh. I've had some people tell me that lately. You're not grateful. I don't know that you're not grateful. It might be that you're so focused on what is not there. And again, I'm not throwing any shade at that. That might be pretty damn significant, okay? But because of your hyper focusing on trying to resolve what isn't, people see you as not appreciating what is, you know? Some of you have a lot of regret right now. Okay, and that needs to be dealt with. I know I cannot change the past. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Yeah, that might be easier said than done right now, okay? If you are discouraged, feeling unfulfilled, and dealing with people that make you feel like put off-put, feeling like you have to protect or defend yourself, feeling like you have to prove your point of view. Yeah, let me see for Taurus. For Taurus, please show me, Spirit. Oh, that's interesting. Some of you, the main issue is that you've had to leave something behind. You are having to move on, but there's a lot of emotional baggage attached to this, and you might have some difficulty leaving things, emotions behind, okay, even though you know you got to do it. In the past, it looks like somebody was holding back, not opening up to something, not being generous. In the future, sorry to say, but it looks like, again, someone is either not putting the effort in, or the work, the reward for their work is, I'm hearing stuck, okay, but it's almost like things are not progressing quite at the, like, again, this might be why you're coming across like you're not grateful. And I'm not saying you're not. You probably are grateful for things, but again, if you feel like, come on, let's go faster, where is it, I need more, because I'm getting an energy here of there's something stuck in the flow, okay? And it might be about resources, values, trust, security. There's something stuck in the flow. At the foundation, this might have to do with the return of an ex, or cycles going on over and over, and some of you going round and round in your head about an ex with all these damn retrogrades. The outcome, I don't think someone's getting a second chance, at least not for now. And at the foundation, you've got Empress in reverse. I'm sorry to say, but something, there's just no life in it right now. And I'm really getting, there's no vitality in it, but I'm really getting like, this is why you have to take a time out. You are going to have to replenish, revitalize, okay? Because you trying to make something happen where Spirit is like, no. You know, it's a little bit of a similar message to, honestly, what I got for Gemini. Because Gemini got some energies there indicating that, what was it? I'm trying to remember. It was like, you need to slow down, basically. This is kind of the vibe I got off the Gemini reading, similar to Taurus, is like you're going to have to really not try to like, and I think it's hard for me to say that when the moon is in Aries, because we're so wanting to push it through. But what I'm getting is like, especially on an individual level with moon and Aries, we're wanting to push this through. But the cards are indicating to me, like, just calm down, slow your roll, let things happen, because the timing might be off, okay? Let's go to the next. Sagittarius. Darn, I forgot to tell you the time. Okay, 27:24 for Sagittarius. We have already done Gemini, Taurus in that order, and I have a hard time remembering everything, okay? I even now just now realizing I forgot to tell y'all, if you want extended monthlies, and this is Nun's idea, if you want extended monthlies, come to my community page and ask for it, and I will put a question out to see if anybody wants to request an extended monthly on Etsy pay-per-view, okay? Right, because I can't keep giving all my energy out for free. You know, lights aren't free. We know this. Internet connection is not free. It's not, okay? All right. Sagittarius, let's talk about what is going on for you right now. This is hitting your 5th house of fun, dating, romance, children, creative ventures. So some of you might be frustrated if you have been dating somebody, or your dating life is just not going the way the way you want. This could be a time of letting some emotional frustrations go on that front. Some of you may be ending or completing a creative project. Some of you, children might be involved, but I am seeing that what you need to release now is low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Some of you, I'm getting a tie-in with your love life, your dating life. If you do that, all right, if that's relevant to you, some of you are like, I don't care about that anymore. I'm so done, you know? So done with the games, right? Okay, but for those of you who are still in the game and things are not going your way, all right, I feel like the vibe I'm getting off of this is like, you need to know that you deserve better than what you have gotten and what you are getting. You deserve better, okay? That's for somebody listening, Sagittarius. Higher standards for yourself, okay? You deserve better. Surrender to wonder and awe is at the foundation. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. Yeah, it looks so like Sagittarius female too, right? I'm honestly getting a vibe like you need to imagine more for yourself. Like whatever you think you can't have, like just, what is that? Oh, I could never have that. But what if you could? Like just imagine. Just envision. Well, what if you could? Some of you need to open up to the possibilities and start believing for better for yourself, because some of you, again, I'm not trying to rebuke anybody here and call anybody out, but some of you have very low standards. Or you're dealing with people who have low standards. You need to expect more for yourself and out of others. I don't know who that's for. That was some hot, like, I feel like I just called you out. And I wasn't even trying. I was not even trying. Please show me the emotions for Sagittarius. What are you creating? Again, this is very fifth house, okay? Imaginative, inventive, expressive. Some of you need to really open up and verbalize, and that might not be your thing. Okay, because you're fire, you're not air. I mean, unless you've got some prominent air placements. But a lot of times, you know, I love the fire sign, but a lot of times, me as an air sign, I get talked to by fire sign. Well, what are you going to say that? You don't have to say nothing. I'm just like, you can guess what? Guess what, Sagittarius? You need to say something. You need to emote, is what I'm hearing. Okay, you need to communicate your emotional needs. You need to, at least within yourself, acknowledge, this is frustrating me. This is not acceptable. This is beneath me. I deserve better than this, right? Yeah, spell it out. But there might be some kind of vulnerability here where you feel, again, is this where the low self-esteem is coming in? That you feel unprotected. You feel, I just heard at risk. Some of you, that you can't help yourself. I'm hearing learned helplessness. This might go back to childhood issues, okay? Fifth house can be about children, childhood. And we got so many retrogrades we're still in the midst of right now, that if there was some learned helplessness in your childhood, that needs to get released and dealt with, okay? There needs to be some constructive emoting on that end, okay? But I'm also getting some of you need to practice more vulnerability in your relationships, of course, with somebody who can be trusted with that, right? You can't just let anybody into your heart. We learned that the hard way, right? All right. Please show me the emotional healing that needs to be done for Sagittarius. Emotional healing for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, please. All right. Happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Are you on the wrong path, Sagittarius? Trust seems to be an issue here as well. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Are you listening to that inner knowing, that inner wisdom, your intuition, telling you that you're on the right path, showing you through what makes you happy? Hey, that's confirmation. You're on the right path, right? Fifth house is a lot about, having fun, going out there, dating, taking risks, taking gambles, playing games, So But maybe you did. Maybe you did, and it didn't turn out too well. Okay, or it's over with, and maybe you wish it wasn't over with. Let's see what the cards have to say. I think you're like all three of the signs I've done so far, Gemini, Taurus, Sagittarius, have gotten this card in one way or another. Judgment is about reevaluating things and deciding, am I going to give this a second chance or not? Some of you have had some kind of wake-up call, some realization, maybe about a decision that you made or a decision you're going to make. In the past, it looks like, gosh, this Taurus got very similar cards, but in reverse. In the past, it looked like somebody was being very overly protective, to the point of, I don't know if you're dealing with somebody who is like greedy or stingy. It's very dark energy, okay? In the future, I don't like that. That's deep disappointment. Why? Because somebody didn't ground something out. Somebody didn't. There's maybe somebody maybe didn't make a very down-to-earth decision here. Okay, there's been some impracticality. All right, there's been some. If some of you are, okay, if you've been dealing with any type of greedy, type of stingy energy, it is because there's a person here, it might be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, an energy here of somebody who does emotional spending. They cope with their feelings through buying things, or they try to buy people's affection or buy access and influence to people by giving them gifts, but it's a misuse. It's a misuse, okay? That's rough, okay? In the outcome, though, I do see some kind of reconciliation here. That's wild. That's really wild. So, and I saw it here as well. So you could be giving somebody a second chance and coming back together with somebody else, but at the foundation, it looks like somebody got put out here, and it might have been over money. Money is really playing a factor here, a role in somebody being deeply disappointed. And I'm going to be straight with you. Yeah, I feel like with all these cards, whoever's doing the emotional spending, they might have self-esteem issues, okay? There seems to be a lot of inner reflection going on, or that needs to go on at the time of this full moon about these issues. And needing to trust. I just heard trust the process, and I kind of don't like saying it because it's so worn out and cliche, but I did hear it. Trust the process. Somebody needs to hear it. And I feel that you need to follow, and I'm hearing follow your bliss. These are cliches. I don't really, it's like, I don't really usually say them because they're so, like, what does that mean? But it's like, okay, if you're going in a direction that is not giving you happiness, is not giving you trust and security and stability, then this very telling, that spirit telling you, get off that, okay? This ain't it, right? I feel like that's the advice. Let's get on to the next sign, and we got Capricorn at 3912, Capricorn at 3912, and we've done Gemini, Taurus, Sagittarius in that order. So let's see what Capricorn is being asked to release right now. Capricorn, this full moon is happening in your 4th house of home, family, sense of belonging. There might be property issues going on. Might be property issues. Things on the home front. And I'm hearing if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Well, you got to surrender the drama too. I think Gemini got that. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. And surrender to success. You're ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. And surrender your need to always be right. Taurus got that, your fellow earth sign. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help others, or this will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. You know, we can't, I don't know, I'm hearing driven, I'm hearing agendas, okay? But other people have to be considered in the mix of all of this. What is the emotional energy that Capricorn needs to release tonight? Emotional energy that Capricorn needs to release tonight. So we've got loving here, and this is so fourth house, right? About devotion, affection, tenderness, right? Fourth house is very Cancerian, and Cancer is the mother of the zodiac, right? This is the nurturer. But I do see also this at the foundation board in reverse. So I just heard unimpressed, okay? So somebody's unimpressed with something. Maybe you're wanting to care for something, but there's nothing there. Like, what is going on in the family? What is going on in the home? Or your sense of belonging, if it's within yourself, your own inner security, right? Your emotional security. Is that being nurtured? I just heard, or have you turned a blind eye to it? Something about turning a blind eye to it, okay? Or I'm going to take it how it applies. I'm in a flow. I'm not, you know, I'm reading to a lot of people, so it will apply differently to different people. Something needing to be nurtured and oh my gosh, I got so many darn cards. Let me try that again. Patience, abundance, perseverance, relationships, fear, love, pride, honesty. Let's see what comes out. All right, we're gonna go for this again and see what comes out more specifically if any of those cards come back up again, because I just got a bunch that fell out there for Capricorn in terms of what you could be doing right now to emotionally heal. Okay, what is Capricorn need to work on emotionally healing right now? Alrighty, there we go. Clear. Alrighty. Surrender. Well, you have to let something go. I can release my need to control. Holy crap. I mean, Capricorn, don't hate me, but you know, the Capricorn motto is I use. Alright, we all have a motto, all the signs. I did not make that up. Right, I'm Aquarius, so my motto is I know. I know. You know, I think Cancer is I feel. You know, all the signs have a motto. The Capricorn motto is I use. And that has a positive and a negative meaning. Same with the Aquarian and every other sign. So please don't get offended, but is there something going on here, right? Capricorn and the zodiac is represented by the Devil card, which is a very controlling type of energy. Let's put it a little bit more nicely, because I don't want to give y'all a complex. Said no more nicely, Capricorn is the boss of the zodiac, the CEO. Okay? Does that sound a little bit better? But yeah, sometimes people don't like their bosses, and that's just the way it is, right? And I'm not taking sides, but is there something that you've tried to control that is out of your control? That's what I'm getting out of this. And then at the foundation service, I feel good when I can help others. I'm getting some weird overlap here, to be honest with you, that serving and helping other people may in some way get into, I'm going to direct you or steer you. And again, if it's not you doing this to others, it's others trying to do this to you. Take it how it applies. but I feel like something needs to be released with that of in service to others. There needs to be a release of control, not needing to control outcomes or, yeah, I mean, I don't know why, but it's like I'm being told to tell you, you know, if you're going to give yourself to someone or something, you have to ask yourself, if I don't get what I want out of this, am I going to be okay? And another question is, let me get it. I just lost it. If I don't get what I want out of this, am I going to be okay? If things never change, am I going to regret giving what I've given to this? It's like check the intent, check the motives. And there might be a bit of frustration about this. And again, it might be family members. It might be people that you live with. Some of you, it might be a mothering feminine energy, something about mothering, because with that loving card. But I'm getting some kind of weird overlap of what somebody thinks is helping is actually controlling. Or that there's like some kind of strings attached giving, or some type of conditional transactional giving. Somebody might think they know best about how to do things right or to have success, and then again I think that that's why they need to commandeer other people, because it's helping them, but it's actually, they perceive it as controlling, and that might be where some of the drama is coming in. The main issue here, some of you have been waiting around for something, okay? And, well, there you are, front and center. Devil card, Capricorn. But I'm also going to say conversely, if this is not about your energy really taking center stage in the most recent past, this is a very difficult energy. This is about a lot of toxicity going on, and that might be why I'm getting the drama needs to be released and the control issues need to be released, okay? Some of you, I'm going to just, okay, I don't want to say this for everybody, but there's been a 30-party situation, and it's toxic. I don't know why I'm getting a 9.5 weeks toxic, okay? There might be some crazy you-know-what in the mix of this. I don't know how much deeper I want to go with that. That looks like a private reading right there. Okay, let's keep it going. Yeah. In the near future, I do see some of you breaking free of this, okay? I do see you breaking free, but it's going to be through you changing your thinking. You're going to have to come up with a whole new way of thinking, a whole new strategy, because your old way of thinking was keeping you in bondage. It was keeping you in a toxic relationship, probably somebody you had a soul tie with. I see you getting free of it, though. Foundation. Oh my God, there's the toxicity. King of Swords in reverse. This is somebody who can't be reasoned with. This might even be a con man, okay? This might be somebody who may come across to you as a know-it-all. And again, I kind of saw that here. Surrender your need to be right. If this is not you, this is somebody around you, they know it all, they can't be told jack shit. You cannot reason with them. They're very unreasonable. And I do want to caution you again, the toxicity here would be con man. Full of lies, spewing lies, okay? Outcome, Hierophant in reverse. Lack of support, lack of commitment, broken marriage might involve a Taurus. Again, I told you that some of the Taurus stuff, there were some cards. I think Taurus had this as well. Yeah, I'm getting some overlap with Taurus. You might want to check out Taurus, particularly if Taurus is relevant to you. I am also seeing that some of you are having a breakdown with your beliefs. All right? People that maybe you listened to, like looked up to them, they were gurus or people that mentored you or gave you life coaching advice or whatever, okay? You are now like, I don't even trust this person anymore. I don't see things that way. There's something with the thinking and the beliefs is huge here, okay? And it might be why there's so much toxicity here that needs to be broken down. Look, this is about healing at the foundation. Could be a Sagittarius or a Cancer is relevant. But that is a sign that Spirit is around you saying, hey, it's time to slow it down, take a moderate approach, be patient, wait on getting expansion in your life because this toxicity needs to get healed. It needs to get dealt with. And there's a lot of angelic support around you helping you with it. But again, it's an interesting synchronicity I'm noticing with all the signs so far. I keep getting these messages about don't push things right now. Don't try to force your way, your will as much as you want to, as much as we all want to because of the emotional frustration. We just kind of want to go. Pluto just recently got out of retrograde, by the way. So, I mean, we were for quite some time there doing a lot of internal change within, and maybe processing. And now that Pluto is out of retrograde, we're just like, well, come on now. It's time for everybody else to do some damn changing here. But, that's not what I'm getting out of the cards. I'm not saying, to roll over, play dead, play possum, don't advocate for yourself. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that slow it down, do the healing work, okay? Alright, gotta get my Texas tea. Let's see who's up next. Leo. At 5242, we have Leo, and we have already done Gemini, Taurus, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. Leo, let's see what you need to release tonight. This is hitting your 9th house. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining in. Thanks to all of you that are here. Leo. 9th house, this is having to do with your beliefs. Oh, we kind of ended off on that subject with Capricorn, the last sign. It might also have to do with higher learning, long distance travel, but this card is telling me, oh, this is very much about things of the spirit, which is very 9th house, okay? Once you've done everything you can do to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let Spirit work its magic for you. That's the advice. And at the foundation, well, look at that. That looks so Leo there. Surrender your full power. Your life is calling for you to step in to your full power rather than playing it small. That's interesting. Is Spirit... really try to tune in right now at this full moon. Is Spirit allowing things in your life that are triggering you emotionally, pushing you to say, hey, look at this over here. You've got to step up and do something. You've got to get involved. You've got to pull the trigger. I just heard it's now or never. That is about inspiration, being moved, being stimulated, being challenged. I think whatever's going on that is emotionally challenging you right now, it's like a fire under your butt trying to say get up and go after the victory, right? Go after the recognition. Go for the gold, right? That's about getting that honor, that satisfaction that I know you guys so love, all right? This was in reverse. You got to put that behind you. Some of you have, I just heard soul searching. Some of you have spent time alone, maybe intentionally, maybe that was by choice. You withdrew from people because you decided that certain people, you know, you didn't want to hang around for whatever reason, okay? It's time to come out. It's time to step up and step out is what I'm getting here. It's time to make a move. Some of you, if you were not the ones who made the decision to go it alone, kind of like I'm getting this Lone Ranger type of vibe, Lone Wolf type of vibe. If that was not your choice, again, I feel like you have got to put this behind you, whatever the isolation, alienation, I'm hearing stagnation. Some of you feeling that you are without the friends that you want and need in your life. Look at that. Love, 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 right? I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. This is what you need to hone in on for emotional healing right now. But something is being denied here. Were you denied love in some respect? Or denied something that you love, okay? This card says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight, with the insight of awareness. What do you love, Leo? Because I feel like that's the opposite of fear, right? There's this dichotomy here of love versus fear and love overcoming fear. But there needs to be an awareness of replacing love with fear. This is the message I'm getting for you. Replacing love with fear. What is love? Love is taking another person's best interest as your own. Teal Swan. Gotta give credit where credit's due. She said that, I never forgot it because it's so on point, it's so succinct. Love is taking another person's best interest as your own. Well, I got some jumpers. I'm going to go on and take them. Yeah, there's been some unhappiness here at the foundation. But I'm getting here, you are in the reverse. So have you lost your patience with something? Has something taken the fire out of you? And you've gone back and forth, but something here has not been practical. Something has not been grounded. It might have been two choices, two locations, two options, back and forth, weighing this out. If this is about money, there's something that you are having to ground out, but you're going to have to deal with this. You're going to have to make some changes. You're going to have to adapt to something in a way that instills trust and stability and security. Because as it stands right now, what I am seeing is that things have not, you may have been dealing with somebody, it could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, dealing with somebody who has been using money as a way of coping with things emotionally, okay? I'm also seeing a Queen of Fire in reverse. Wow, the fire sign female and male both in reverse. There's a lot of people here. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is a very, you know, Leo's showing up, whether male or female, or this is another fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, showing up very demanding, very, I want what I want and I want it now. The outcome is Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, female. A lot of feminine energy here, might I say. Wow. This is an energy. I need to have another go around because those were some jumpers. And honestly, so many people. Help me, Spirit. These cards really want to talk. Oh my gosh. King of Swords, Two of Cups, and the Magician. Well, somebody needs to open up, have a conversation here, have a heart to heart talk, get some understanding. And it might be an emotional connection here where we come together and we talk about sharing resources, manifesting things together, being resourceful, in a respectful way, okay? Please show me, Leo. Leo, y'all are getting some extra cards and some extra time because, I mean, woo, these cards just getting away from me, all right? Leo, the main issue here, there might have been a marriage and family that broke apart. I'm sorry to say. Some of you, broken home, dealing with broken home issues, or just shattered dreams, okay? If this is not a marriage and family situation, there were some dreams that you had that just really got shattered, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, okay? In the past, it looks like things were progressing, and there were a lot of communications going back and forth. In the future, you've got Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What's hinging all this together, there's been a lack of healing, a lack of balance, maybe involving a Cancer or a Sagittarius. There's been a lot of disharmony here. Somebody's not been listening to Spirit at all. Surrender to Spirit. Okay, so if that's you, but I think most of my audience know, maybe if you're watching for another Leo that is not very in tune with Spirit, that might apply. But somebody here has not been listening to Spirit, and somebody here is being told they need to surrender to Spirit. They need to be Spirit-led about the way that they are asserting themselves, especially with all that fire sign people showing up in reverse about me, mine, now. Ooh, that was nasty. That needs to get healed, okay? Oh, God, here we go, in the reverse. And you know that's your sign, okay? That's the Strength card. And Strength in reverse is, I haven't been disciplined. I haven't had the confidence. I haven't had the courage. Maybe I've had poor boundaries. And, no, wrong one. Sorry, my bad. There she is again at the foundation. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Basically, I've seen all the females show up tonight. All signs, okay? Female energy. The only ones that are shown up right are the air sign females and the water sign. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces showed up in the upright. The fire sign females and the earth sign in reverse. So what that tells me, and I'm going to say, okay, so earth sign is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What those reversals tell me is these are people who have energies that are very demanding, and what about me, and I want it now, and I don't care about you, and I ain't got time for this, and blah, blah, blah. And what I'm seeing here is, I don't trust, I'm not putting in on this, I'm not adding value, I'm going to drain you, or, I'm going to buy my way into what I want. beware of this, okay? Beware of this, because there's something, I think there needs to be some communication. And this energy here is showing up like she knows something. And Queen of Swords might be cutting some bullshit out, because Queen of Swords don't have time for the bullshit. Queen of Swords has a bullshit detector on her, okay? Because she's already been through it. How do I know? I'm Queen of Swords. You're opposite, Aquarius. You're welcome, okay? So, yeah. Somebody has got to get to the truth also, what I'm seeing with that Queen of Swords and this denial card of somebody needs to listen to spirit and look at the truth of the situation. Come out of hiding, or come out of, you know, keeping a low profile, being a recluse, playing small, whatever. However it applies, it's time to step up and step out boldly, but in a confident, healthy way. That is in contrast to all the other signs I've done so far. I've been kind of telling them to like just chill it out a bit. But this is a different message for Leo. Actually, I feel like you're being told to no, stop chilling out. But I mean, if you really get into that, you know, power that you've got, do it constructively, okay? Do it from a knowing of what you need to do, and from an empathic place of, this is what I know is going to heal and bring the love. Not the fear. This is not fear-based action. This is love-based action. What would love do is what I'm hearing, okay? But for some of you, this is you having to really tap into the things of the spirit. Maybe having to change some beliefs with this hitting the 9th house. Hold on a second. I just dropped something important, okay? Maybe a belief. You're having to release something that you had believed previously. So that's how this full moon is maybe factoring in to all of this. All right. We're going to go on to the next sign, Virgo. And for those of you who are just now joining in, let's see, Virgo is 8718. Virgo is 8718. And we have done Gemini, Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Leo in that order. I'm going to say it again because I forgot to say it at the beginning. If you would like a full, like if you would like an extended monthly reading, let me know. On pay-per-view on Etsy, okay? Right, because electricity ain't free, right? We know this. We do know this. All right. Virgo. Oh, Virgo knows this. I don't know. Who am I talking to here? I'm talking to Virgo. Virgo doesn't need to be told this. Y'all know. My bad. Virgo, please forgive me. You know how much electricity costs, don't you? You sure do. Okay. Let's see what you're being asked to release right now at this full moon. And this is hitting your 8th house. Ooh, shared resources. My God. Did I say that before on purpose? Maybe y'all did need to hear that. About how much electricity costs. We are talking about other people's money. We're talking about taxes. We're talking about the government. We're talking about your spouse's income, okay? And if this ain't about the money, which I know, you know, y'all about that coin, you can be, okay? If it's not about the money, it is about, you know, 8th house could be about death. It can be about the underworld. It can be about sex, intimacy, power dynamics, okay? So what are you being asked to release? Please tell me for Virgo. What does Virgo need to let go? That didn't want to go back to, oh my gosh, you too? Really? Come on. Do you know how many people have gotten this tonight? Oh my gosh, but it is a full moon in Aries. How can we not have drama on a full moon in Aries? You know? Ooh, surrender. Fear of intimacy. Look at that. Yeah, you are ready to let love in, compassionately identify, and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Oh my goodness, that is spicy. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. All right. Let's see about that. I know some Virgos that are like, hells no. Not letting anybody in this heart of mine. Uh-huh. It happens. This one's come out tonight as well. Free, right? Liberated, independent, unburdened. Yeah, some of y'all want to be a free bird, okay? Some of you are not letting people in. You don't want to be chained down. There could be someone watching you or you're watching them. And, you know, it could be other people in relationships that kind of have, you know, caught your attention, all right? But this is an energy of being possessive and jealous and envious and maybe even suspicious, okay? So I'm getting intimacy issues. I'm getting intimacy issues. Somebody doesn't, I'm getting this weird thing, like on one hand, somebody doesn't want to be tied down. Somebody doesn't want to be vulnerable, but at the other, on the other hand, there's some kind of not want, I don't know, they're seeing other people. They're noticing other people, or people are noticing them. Some of you, there's an issue perhaps with your fear of intimacy has to do with drama that you've gone through in your past, and you need to get free of that and stop associating drama with intimacy. And now I'm hearing intimacy is not to be confused with intensity. So you need to get clear on, like, keeping the two things separate, because there's been some kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Those two things have gotten confused, enmeshed. It's some kind of enmeshment. All right, that's not the word I'm looking for, but that's what I mean to say basically. Look at that again, envy. Oh my gosh, come on now, come on. What's going on? Are you jealous of somebody, or somebody's jealous of you? I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Okay. What I'm getting off of this is some of you are dealing with some unfair comparisons of yourself against other people. Okay? Gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities it presents. I know some of you are just like, yeah, no, not feeling that at all. Okay. If this is not about, your love life, but I gotta say 8th house is very much about sex and intimacy. Okay. There is an issue here with you having challenges with your love and sex life. Your relationship, if it's not about love, if it's not intimacy, love, sex, romance, right, then it's about people that you share resources with. There's some type of comparing yourself to them, envying them, or them you're dealing with them sizing you up. There's some sizing up going on in these dynamics. This may, for many of you, have to do with your career, but again, that's also a card of generational wealth, okay? So it's people in your line of business, Or again, it's family, everybody's sizing everybody up in the family. I cannot stand that crap. Like that crap went on my mom's family. Well, my daughter just graduated from so-and-so college, and now my son just got a job at such and such bank, and blah, blah, blah. Well, what is your daughter doing? And, you know, oh God, it's the keeping up with, right? And then this type of stuff that goes on in families. If there's stuff like, this is going to be different things for different people, right? It's a general reading, but this is bringing out some nastiness. Jealousy, envy, and then a fear of getting involved with people is in some way tied to it, okay? The main issue here is, you know, emotional disconnect. Well, yeah, we saw that. And in the past, it looks like you dealt with some disagreements with people, maybe people who played zero-sum games. They won at your expense. And it looks like really all around everybody lost as a result. And in the outcome, it looks like you're going to get a brand new start. Perhaps an Aries is involved. Some of you have new love coming in. I'm going to say that, okay? Yes, absolutely. Some of you do have new love coming in. The foundation, partnership, making plans for the future. If you want new love, I think this is a time with this new moon, with this full moon. There are frustrations about your intimate private life, okay? Whether it be sex or money. You're in a time of really looking at who do I want to partner with? Where do I want to go? What direction? And I do think that once you get out of that reflective time, you are going to start off brand new with someone or something. But again, I'm seeing here in the outcome and the advice, you need to deal with blocked emotions. This remains unresolved. And if it's not you, it's other people. You're dealing with people who have emotional blockages, intimacy issues, repressed emotion. There's a lack of healing. It's really unhealthy. There we go again. Fears, doubts, insecurities. Could be a Cancer or a Pisces. But things are very veiled, very hidden, very subconscious. And, you know, some of you will do you good to pay attention to your dream activity, because that's where you might get some divine downloads and help you work through, if it's like a subconscious thing that you're not even aware that you're doing this. That certain things like subconsciously are driving, you know, are fear motivated. I think that that just came out in reverse, the respectful. Some of you dealt with, you know, disrespect, and this is, or you feel like you've lost the respect of people, or you no longer respect people, and that is something that is really weighing on having this ability to open up and do this healing work on an emotional level. I hope that helped you. And let's move on to the next sign, Cancer. And for those of you just now joining in, we're starting Cancer at 7820 for Cancer. We have done Gemini, Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Leo, and Virgo. And all right, Cancer, let's find out what this full moon is asking you to let go of. This is hitting your 10th house of status. Might want to watch your opposite sign, Capricorn. There's some mirroring going on there, but this might have to do with your career as well, generational wealth, getting the recognition that you feel you deserve. Let's see what it is that you are having to let go of. Surrender stress. Some of you might have realized, you know, particularly around this full moon, that you have got to let go of certain things that are stressing you out in your career. things maybe having to do with striving to attain higher status, or to get recognition from people. This card says take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. So some of you really need to get centered during this time. This needs to be an emotional release, particularly of unhealthy relationships. Some of you, these unhealthy relationships are career related or occupationally related. And I don't generally say occupationally, but it's like the line of work that you're in, the industry, okay? Or it could definitely be like the workplace, the people that you actually interface with. There's some kind of stress involved that needs to be let go of. Some of you need to figure out some other way. How do you work, okay? How do you restructure your career in a way that is less stressful? This says let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. I just heard slave driver. Somebody slave driving you. Don't do it. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Okay, so I'm getting like it's some of you dealing with a very stressful work environment, or you've been working with very stressful people, and you've either got to get out of that job, get out of that business, or find a way to stay in that job or business or whatever by restructuring your work in a different way, okay? But this does have a lot to do with you getting acknowledgement, getting the honor with the work that you do, and feeling like you're being recognized. And yet I am seeing something here with a lot of anxiety and somebody overwhelmed in over their head. Maybe they are piling the work on you. And with this in reverse, this hateful card, protect your heart, okay? Because some of you might be, they might be running up your blood pressure, stressing you out, you know. This could be, again, a very, if you're dealing with hostile people in the workplace, hostile, it may not be your coworkers or a boss. It could be, you know, dealing with the public, and that's just, you know, some people can deal with it and some people hit their limit, right? You can only go so long. But yeah, this, it did come in reverse. So, some of you, I do feel stress, and particularly stress that can affect your heart, your blood pressure. You need to get away from this, okay? You need to stop dealing with people who are maybe putting you under too much of a heavy workload. What is the healing advice? Oh, well, there we go. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Okay, are you happy right now, Cancer? Because you tuning into where you're feeling the peace, where you're feeling the happiness, is going to guide you onto the right path. This is not the right path. The stress, the toxicity is telling you it ain't here. This ain't it. Not for you, okay? Wrong way, U-turn, reroute, okay? But making these changes and pursuing your happiness, it might take some patience. A lot of signs are getting that this, you know, tonight with this energy. This card's saying I accept that everything happens in divine order. So I'm getting kind of like a Rubik's Cube, that it's going to take some shaping and molding and getting a lot of different things in alignment. I don't think it's going to happen overnight, and that might be another thing that is just so stressing you out, of the timing and waiting on everything to align to really alleviate the stress. For some of you, this is involving your family, okay? Generational wealth is impacted by you doing what you need to do to get alignment with your career so that you are in alignment with good health, Okay? Please show me Cancer. Please show me Cancer for this full moon in Aries. Full moon in Aries for Cancer. The main issue here, well, I don't know that you are in a win-win situation or you haven't been. Again, this is a group dynamic, so this is like office politics or something like that. I don't know that, because it's almost like you're dealing with somebody here who's got to win and get their way at any cost. And in the past, this could have been a boss, a masculine energy, an Aries possibly, a father figure, somebody in authority. I really think it's a boss, and I don't know that you could win with this person. And if you are self-employed or you are retired, this could be your energy bossing up. This could also be about you taking the leadership role in your life in the recent past. You trying to bring order where there's been disorder, okay? In the future, I hate to say something is not moving forward in the way that you want, okay? And this could be your energy. It could also be a Sagittarius I'm seeing here. It might be because something, again, it's a divine timing thing, that it's not set to move forward at this time, or it is going to take more for everything to align so that it does move forward, okay? But I'm also getting here to beware of ego issues. Somebody who is just totally out of control, maybe trying to control other people. And again, they have to win at any cost. It's about them, their ego driving the dynamic. What's hinging this all together is, well, who are you partnered with? What are your plans? Everything revolves around that. In the outcome, I think there's some kind of disappointment, and yes, it might affect your family, but again, I can see it might be money related, okay? Some of you are going between two things you're juggling. Some of you maybe work for somebody and then you're trying to do your business off the side. Some of you are between two locations. Some of you are just, I'm getting this juggling act that you're having to do, waiting on things to line up so that you can set everything in order the way that you want. Because some of you right now, you are in a moment of planning and partnering so that you can get things to move forward. And until those plans and key partnerships are forged, it's not going to move forward. Okay, so if you partnered with somebody who's stressing you out and they are ego driven and they need, like, it's time to switch it up here. It's time to make some changes. And I think some of you already have. I think some of you have been trying to boss up. Some of you decided to leave that and to do your own little side hustle. But again, this is taking time for things to come together, because this is not an easy task, right? We just can't cut these people out or these situations out and it just, put this behind us overnight. It takes some doing. Because I'm getting a stubborn energy, like, again, it's just a group dynamic that was toxic. I don't know that you can fix them. all you can do is fix your response to them, okay? That is all I have for Cancer. Let's move on to the next sign, Aries. Woohoo! All right, 8852 for Aries, 8852 for Aries, and you're just not joining. We have done Gemini, Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Leo, Virgo, Cancer, in that order. And Aries, let's see what you need to release tonight. Oh my, this is in your first house. This is something about you, okay? Are you frustrating you? Are people frustrated with you? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, okay. Something about the way that you're being perceived by others. First house is, you know, how you appear to others. Something has to be released, okay? Let's see what Spirit is asking you to release right now. Aries, please show me. That didn't want to go down. Surrender to silence, surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder and all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. Honestly, I mean, that might sound a little hooey-dooey to some of you. It seems a little counterintuitive for Aries, to be honest, because Aries got to go. Aries got to be in it now. Let's go do this, that, and the other. But this is really saying, you know, just slow your roll. Like, be in the moment. Immerse yourself in it. Feel it. Savor it. You know, don't inhale it, right? Just savor. And that keeps you in the flow of what's going on. This card about surrendering to the silence is saying in quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. So there's some pulling back maybe that you are having to engage in at this time. Some inner reflection, some self-healing, self-awareness. And it might come from this place of frustration. I was going to say it, and there it is. Do you feel that you have been hindered, blocked in some way? Were you prevented from moving forward in what you felt was your rightful way or path? Things that are out of your control. These are blockages. And look at him. He's looking at the time like, tick tock, I've got to get there. I got to get there now. Well, no, you don't. No, you don't. Because this is a divine intervention. Spirit's like, nah, you're going to sit there in your silence and think about what I need you to think about, and pray and meditate about what I need you to pray and meditate about. And maybe you could just chill the beep out and so you know what, cool. I actually got a forced break here. I'm going to force time out so I can actually enjoy the moment. I can turn on the radio, or I can turn it off and I can just totally tune into God and Spirit and what God's talking to me. Do you ever do that? You ever go for a Holy Spirit drive where you turn the radio off and you get on the road and you're like, Spirit, what do you have to say to me? What I need to know right now? And you get into this meditative state and you start getting the downloads, so that when these blockages lift, you're very clear on your path ahead, that it's a Spirit-led path, okay? I am getting, again, this trapped. Look at that, frustrated, trapped, blocked, sweet Jesus. Do you feel that you have been caged in some way? This is heavy blockages. And I think it's painful. You know, Chiron is in Aries right now, and I'm sure all the Aries are feeling it. Particularly the 70s babies like myself who have their natal Chiron in Aries. Damn, triggered city. But is there something that you are having to heal about yourself, your self-worth issues, your image, your reputation, how others see you, how you are coming across to others? I know it's not really in your nature to be so self-conscious. I'm sure some of you are exceptions to that, but I'm speaking generally. To Aries energy in general, y'all are not the most self-conscious people, right? You're not. You're too busy for that. You got places to go. You ain't got time for that. overthinking, right? But maybe some doubt now is getting triggered. In some respect, I release the need to know all answers. Conversely, I'm seeing that some of you have been like, you know, I don't even think about this. But has that come back to bite you? And I got the Freedom card in reverse. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. But do you? Because it looks like other people or other circumstances outside of you and your control are making you feel hinged in or hemmed in. So again, it's this balance of personal freedom and then how others factor into this and affect that. Are they helping or are they hurting your freedom? Empowering relationships versus disempowering. Please show me Aries. Aries for this full moon. I think there's some confidence issues, all right? And it might have to do with you being a free agent. Maybe some of you are wanting to stay free and single. Some of you. Or you're dealing with people who don't want to be caged in or locked down because they think that's going to take away their freedom. They associate commitment, responsibility with loss of freedom, or maybe they are not afraid of losing freedom by being committed or taking on responsibilities, but they have the lack of confidence in themselves. They doubt their ability to take it on. Okay? Maybe they do not feel at liberty to take on any more commitments or responsibilities. But something's not moving forward as a response. And again, maybe need to slow down and be in the moment and tap into spirit, tune in what spirit is saying rather than just go, okay? The main issue here is fears, doubts, insecurities, okay? There's also hidden stuff going on, and this is more in the emotional realm. It might have to do with a Pisces or a, Miss Kitty wants to play. It might have to do with a Pisces or a Cancer, okay? But I'm getting something about night as well. I'm getting something about things veiled and hidden, and for some of you, it's very subconscious. I'm going to see what else. All right, in the past, I'm getting Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a very apprehensive, I don't know if I want to get involved. I don't know. There's a volcano going off in the background. Should I run? I don't know. I think about that. You know, like what could go wrong if I just stick around here with this volcano going off? Like, nah, you should dip out of there. Okay, come on. Tap into your energy, Aries. Get the heck on out of Dodge. All right? Get out of that ish, as they say. In the future, Two of Pentacles. You seem to be going back and forth in your head about something. And maybe you know you need to make a decision, you need to make a choice, you need to make a change. Either you can't figure out what decision to make, or you don't want to drop something, you don't want to let something go, or you're just having trouble making adjustments here to this. There's some weighing going on, and I'm seeing the water again, and I feel that there's some kind of emotional turbulence about This might have to do with values of, well, I value this, but I value that. And I don't know, it's almost like you either have to pick one thing, drop the other, or you're going to have to get somebody to step in and partner with you. Like, cooperate, be a team player to help you have more, okay? But again, that's going to take a confidence in others and yourself in a partnership dynamic. This is one person here trying to, like, hold on to stuff that is bringing a lot of emotional turmoil, and they need to drop something or they need to get some help, okay? What's hinging this all together, some of y'all might have missed a sexual opportunity. Ace of Wands in reverse. Some of you lost your mojo about something. Hold on a second. Ambria, please get Miss Kitty. She's trying to tear stuff down. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, if somebody, I'm going to tell you what was going on right there. And I don't know if that was an energy. Let's go with it. Let's flow with it, all right? Let's go with it and flow with it, all right? Let's be in the moment here. That was attention-seeking behavior. Miss Kitty wanted attention. And I did try to play with her, but I mean, I got stuff going on, right? I'm doing a live, right? I only play so much. So because I wasn't totally giving her my undivided attention, she decided she's going to get on my shelves and start knocking my, fragile dishes down. She's going to break my shit because, hey, I wasn't giving her attention. So I had to go get another person to help her meet that need because I can't do it all, right? It really ties into this. You can't do all this. You're going to have to drop something or get some help. And I feel in the near future, it's almost like either you're struggling to make a decision here or adapt to some need for change in your life, or you're just, and I think if that's the case, you are, what you're trying to balance out is maybe for some of you values that are at odds. I want this, but I want that. And there's some kind of emotional issue going in the background. I'm getting it with both of these cards, Aries. There might be some emotional insecurities here. A lack of confidence in yourself or in others, a fear of losing your freedom, a fear of being trapped and boxed in. And what's hinging this all together is, I really think this has to do with sexual unions, okay? Some of you have had a false start, or this is a false start. Some of you, somebody can't get it up for somebody, all right? Impotence, losing your passion, losing your mojo. And the outcome, sweet Jesus, King of Wands in reverse. That's your energy. Taurus, I don't know why I said Taurus. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a very demanding energy. I'm getting some kind of, I want out of this. I want out of this. Make it stop, make it go away. I want my way, move on out. I got some place to go. Get me out of the cage. The foundation. Oh, Queen of Swords. Oh my God. Is this an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but most specifically an Aquarian, right? Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, this is a private reading here. Private reading. Some of you need to come to me. Let me tell you something. Somebody knows. It's probably the air sign, right? It's the air sign, and it could be used, particularly if you have prominent air sign placements, but this woman knows. She knows something, and she does not have time for bullshit. She's going to cut this shit out, okay? So I'm going to say if you're dealing with somebody who has been juggling people, juggling options, won't drop, to give their undivided attention to one person or one thing. They'll make the decision for you. Oh, you're not sure about me? Oh, that's all I need to know. Bye. Out you go. Oh, I'll help you get clear. I'm real clear. Your lack of clarity clarifies a whole lot for me. Bye. And we will do it. Because this lady has been through it. This is usually a divorcee. Queen of Swords. And I'm going to tell you, if there has been lies going on, deceit, juggling options, somebody being a man-child, okay? It's time to put this up in the upright, right? I think there's been a loss of passion over it. Like, this ain't sexy, okay? Aries, y'all are sexy when you show up as the king or queen in the upright, right? That's the passion, that's the fire, that's the warmth, you know, that's the matching effort, matching, you know, sharing sacrifice, all of that, okay? This is the sexiness of Aries when they're on their A game, you know? What I was seeing there is, you know, King of Wands in reverse, and a Page of Wands. Somebody's very demanding, me, selfish, impulsive, egocentric. And all I'm seeing in the upright is somebody communicating themselves, their passions, their interests. Well, they can do that well. But where are the values? Where is the delivery of good? And that might be why you're at an impasse with someone. Take it how it applies. Because somebody is seeing the truth about this, about values, and what's going on in the hidden realm behind the scenes. And I don't know. Sometimes, you know, I don't know. Sometimes people think they're getting over. But a Queen of Swords there, she might let you think she doesn't know what's going on. She might look the other way for a while, but she knows. And then when she decides enough is enough, out you go. Bye-bye. No more BS. No more time for it. All right. If you want to mend fences with Queen of Swords, I'm just going to tell you, you drop it. Drop all that moon bullshit stuff, the deception, the veil, the whatever, the hiding. Do the emotional healing. Get honest with yourself. And stop juggling options. Alright. That's all I gotta say. Alright, we are done with Aries. We are on to Pisces. And, wow, we've got 4 more signs. We'll say Aquarius is next. Alright. And after Pisces, which is exciting for me because I've got a lot of Pisces placements. So we'll see if I can get any cool messages here that I can relate to. And if not, hopefully you will. Pisces, what do you need to release right now? This is hitting your second house, having to do with, oh God, I can relate to that. Okay. Second house is a lot about personal income. And I don't know why I want to clear this again. I don't know if that Aries reading did it for me, but let me clear this again. Just bear with me a moment. I'm gonna clear that again. Oh, the drama. The drama. Yes. Please help me, Spirit. Please help me get clear messages. Yeah. Help me get clear messages. Yeah. Alright, Pisces, let's say second house for you. This has to do with personal income, resources, possessions, values, sense of self-worth, okay? This full moon in Aries, definitely with Chiron there, could be triggering self-worth issues. Had some heart-to-hearts with my daughter today about that, right? Definitely been feeling that energy. And especially if you've been recently dealing with some emotional outbursts from people or circumstances, relationships that have left you feeling like you are not being valued, you are not being respected. This could also translate into what's going on with your money, that, you know, people are not, they're not paying you what you're worth, or they want something for nothing. Or maybe you you have had money coming in, but as soon as it comes in, it goes out. There's something frustrating there with resources, possessions, values, sense of self-worth that you are having to let go of and release and purge. And maybe even finalize. Okay? Let's see what the cards have to say. Please show me, Spirit. What do the cards have to say? And I'm feeling this one and this one. And, oh gosh, yes. Okay. Surrender your belief in scarcity. Some of you are getting scared about your money, you know, because there might be lack of support or inconsistent support, or people threatening your resources. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. I had somebody, I think I did some personal sharing earlier, so I won't repeat it here, but yesterday some people instigated an argument with me and really escalated it, and they just took it they blew it way out of proportion over a misunderstanding or some dude doing I don't know what, but it got way out of hand. And then, you know, these people started getting very threatening about forcing me to leave this place that I just moved into, and I did nothing wrong. And that actually got me and my daughter kind of scared there. We were like, oh my God, these people are crazy. Like, even if they come back and say, hey, we're sorry, I'm just like, my God, are you okay? Do you need to get a therapist? Like, why would you talk that way to somebody? Because it was very, very upsetting, all right? But in that moment of me getting afraid of, well, oh my God, what's going to happen? I just searched myself, and my daughter and I, we sat down and we talked. We're like, well, I mean, they told us we got to go. We got a game plan. We're like, all right, well, I mean, I guess we're going to do X, Y, Z, and we're going to figure it out. If you feel like you are in a similar situation where you're like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen if this happens, you know, X, Y, Z, you need to trust that Spirit is going to make a way for you, okay? Surrender unhealthy relationships, and that's what I was just talking about in my example. You know, if there's a relationship that you're in that people are being very toxic and abusive, all right, speaking to you in a very disrespectful way for absolutely no valid reason whatsoever, just because they imagine something and it's completely baseless. They have absolutely no proof. Maybe you have proof to prove them otherwise, yet they're treating you this way. It's time to let it go, right? And as with all my Pisces placements, I'm definitely in this place of like, you know, even if we iron this out, I'm seriously like, oh my God, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here, you know? These people are nuts, all right? This is let go relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people, okay? You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. This doesn't have to be about money related possessions, right? This can be about these relationships where, you know, people want a piece of ass and they don't want to put in on it, right? They want freebies. And that leaves you feeling like you're not valued, you're not treasured, you're not cherished. That's got to go. And then surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Honestly, I really feel this is about, you know, an energy of if you are dealing with this type of stuff, like, again, maybe even scarcity dynamics in relationships where you have people coming in breadcrumbing you, and then you start looking at yourself like, well, why am I not good enough? Well, why are you more important than me? How come I always get the short end of the stick? That can go down a destructive train of thought, right? That can be very self-destructive. And I had this thought today as I was talking to my daughter about these things. I said, you know, and I learned this too late in life. Oftentimes, the way when people treat us badly, when they don't value, they don't cherish, they don't invest, they don't treasure. When we're in an unhealed state, we take it as a personal attack or a personal commentary on our own self-worth. But as I've gotten older, I've started to learn that when people do that, it's actually a commentary on them, their character. They either don't value people or they never learned how to value. Okay? They don't know how to take care of things, of relationships. They don't know how to treasure, and maybe they do need to lose you, right? So they can learn to appreciate. Loneliness, my gosh, some of you absolutely dealing with this, but having to know that you are never alone. Some of you have had trouble letting go of people because you're afraid of being alone, and you're afraid of, am I even going to make it on my own, you know? And no doubt, I'm not going to dismiss those concerns. This economy is rough, and it's not really set up for people to go it alone. We all need each other. We're all interconnected, you know. Some of you need to actually try to plug in and get a better support system. If not with romantic relationships and family, then definitely with friends, okay? This card is about your imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So I'm hearing think on these things, okay? Imagine yourself being able to be well connected. Imagine yourself being able to just call up. Like, I knew an Aquarian who, whatever she needed, she could just call people like, oh, I know who does that. I know who can take care of that. Now, she was a little bit on the loose side, okay, and I started understanding, oh, she's getting all these favors from people because she's done some, you know, kind of favors for them, right? You know what I'm talking about. But nevertheless, I looked at myself as an Aquarian, and I'm like, I can do that. Why am I not doing that, right? I know, even as Pisces, we do this. We could swim in and out of these groups. Come on now. Flow with it. Let your imagination go to a place. Look at this. Let go of the powerlessness and these dynamics. I really think you need to try to imagine getting free of whatever bondage there has been. You need to, whatever has left you feeling, or whomever has left you feeling like you are weak, ineffective, paralyzed, you need to try to imagine, who would you be if you had some empowering alliances? You just call people up, people who actually recognize you, your contribution, and what you're bringing to the dynamic. Sometimes we gotta, right, be the change we want to see in the world, as that saying goes. You know, sometimes you gotta be the leader in doing that. You've gotta step out and try to start, I don't know, maybe groups or meetups or whatever, where people are helping each other. People are collaborating to help have empowering connections, okay? But this is coming out, and a lot of people say, oh, that's Pisces. I prefer not to see all that way, Hangman. I prefer to see Pisces energy as the High Priestess, okay? But this could be your energy, and it came in reverse. Some of you have held on to some ideas, some fantasies, some wishful thinking that has kept you stuck in life. And it, again, is some kind of scarcity mentality, perhaps, that this is how it is, and I can't do better. Having to look out for yourself, having to be self-concerned because of this belief that other people are not going to do it. And trust me, I felt that a lot. I still battle with that. Okay, I feel like a lot of people are inherently selfish. They are. And what's going on in the world right now is forcing everybody to just be in this, oh, what about me? What about me? North Node in Taurus. What about my money? What about my self-worth? Because a lot of these shared resources and alliances, intimate partnerships, sexual partnerships, Scorpio and the South Node are just getting flushed down to the toilet, down in the toilet, because come to find out, they just don't hold any water. People are having to find their own feet during this time, but so this is giving this a lot of self-concern, all right, and having to release, you know, that South Node and Scorpio type of stuff, all right, but worst case scenario, you've got to start seeing yourself that even in the worst case, even of you shedding these people, even of you maybe losing opportunities or options or whatever, that the divine can actually tap you into connections and resources that make it to where it just doesn't matter what they take away from you. It doesn't matter what you lose. You will always find a way. You will always find a way. Okay? But again, some of you have not been willing to sacrifice or let go of something. You have been stuck and hanging on to something that has, and it's time to have some kind of enlightenment moment, and maybe a come to Jesus moment of, aha, this is actually not an empowering mindset. I gotta let go of it. Okay, to embrace an empowering one. The main issue here is possibly a Libra or a legal situation. I'm also getting an issue of karma and what is fair and balanced and just. In the past, perhaps a Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini is relevant, but this is a woman. Look at these, darn, this is like air sign women. But it's also, gosh, this is a very, intellectual, I'm hearing concise type of energy. Somebody who knows something, knows what has to get cut out. Have you known, coming into this reading, you know what needs to get cut out of your life. You know what has got to go. And this could be a karmic relationship, a karmic lesson. In the future, though, you're going back and forth, and maybe again, there's legalities, money is tied into all of this, so it's not easy to cut it out, right? Like, I know if I'm giving my money every month to somebody for rent who is disrespecting me, that is an unhealthy business arrangement. I need to find somebody better to pay, right? I need to cut that out. But again, that might take some doing to go from one location to another. To drop one option and do something else, a new option. Okay, so some of you might be going through some changes and having to adapt in the near future. What's hinging this all together, King of Cups in reverse, not a fan. That's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be your energy, but I am seeing a lot of this is emotional mess, okay? This is somebody who's very emotionally messy. This may be somebody who has addictions. This is somebody who blames, has emotional outbursts, and then they blame other people. It's your fault. It's your fault that I blew up. You know, you should have known how I felt. I didn't feel love. You are not being loving to me, and that's why I'm going to be unloving to you. This kind of toxicity, all right? Oh gosh, yeah. The outcome here, I am sorry, this is really, it's almost like I'm getting this vibe, like, and I'm here, okay, I am getting a vibe of to be continued, alright? Sorry that I keep moving that with my foot. I'm getting this vibe of to be continued, get more information is what I'm hearing. I am also hearing look deeper, okay? That could be your energy as well. Cancer, I'm also seeing as well. Pay attention to your dream activity because I could see things coming out in your dreams, okay? I can see spirit revealing things to you in your dreams, giving you divine downloads. You've really got to pay attention to your intuition because I think things are being hidden from you right now. I don't know if I want to say secrets. I'm not seeing the High Priestess here, okay? But I just think something's not out in the open, okay? I don't know if anybody's intentionally trying to hide it from you. It might be on a subconscious, subliminal level, or somebody's not got the self-awareness, but it could be about fears, doubts, and insecurities that really need to get healed, okay? So pay attention to spirit and your intuition. This is at the foundation. Could be a Virgo, but with the Hermit in reverse, this is telling me that some of you, you don't have to go it alone, but you may decide, at least at bare minimum, if not choosing to be single, you could be in a relationship where you, romantic or otherwise, where you're just like, you know, I need to take a time out. I need to process some of my emotions. I need to deal with the emotional toxicity going on. I need to make a decision. I need to make some changes in my life. Because I know what I've known, that something needs to get cut out. And it might have to do with a legal matter or an issue of fairness, justice, a legal contract. A legal contract might be involved here. And you're just like pulling yourself back saying, yeah, we're going to cut this shit out. And I got to figure out how to do this. And I got to look beyond the veil at why, you know, what's going on and what needs to be done to bring some balance here. It might be a karmic lesson as well. Whatever's going on with this is some kind of karmic lesson of spirit stepping in and saying, hey, you need to notice this of what's going on in these relationships so that you can heal. You can find your peace. All right. We're finishing up on Pisces and we're going on to Aquarius. 128.44. 128.44 for Aquarius. And welcome on in, Aquarians, to your reading. We are dealing with this full moon in Aries in our third house. So you may have dealt with some mouthy, you know what, Okay? Some bitchy little bitches, all right, around you. I did some personal sharing about that earlier when I went live. Wow, right? Because third house is a lot about communications. It might involve siblings. It might involve neighbors. Oh my gosh, in your local neighborhood. That's exactly what happened yesterday. Okay, bitchy little bitches. Excuse my French, but to say it any other way would be inaccurate. Okay, let's just keep it real on here. But yeah. This might also have to do with something that you are learning, something that you are learning on a very elementary level, okay? But yeah, I think this, I'm sorry to say, this is some bad money news, okay? I'm getting 2 pages, a lot about messages. This could be text messages, written messages, any kind of communications. Again, third house communications, my gosh. I don't like it. This is somebody who is emotionally immature, emotionally insecure. Oh yes. Emotionally unavailable. There are financial insecurities as well. Somebody maybe doesn't have a pot to piss in. You know, wow, it's so much insecurity and instability on an emotional and material level. This is bad. Okay, somebody's trying to be a badass, and no bueno. Okay. All right, so, oh, I got ahead of myself. Oh, I got so ahead. I'll get into that in a minute. What are you being asked to release with this full moon in Aries? By the way, you could be dealing with water signs, earth signs. I saw there, water signs would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be children as well. Surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can do to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. You know, I'm getting the vibe, like, act like you don't care. Like, oh, okay, you don't want to do that? Bye. Oh, well, this ain't working out? Alrighty then, let me go to what is. Like, just, oh, come on. We are Queen of Swords. We can detach from this. Like, oh, you're trying to make me emotionally insecure because you're emotionally insecure? No. Let me tell you who you're dealing with here. We're not doing this. Okay? Oh my gosh. Surrender your desire to control people. Yeah, just drop it. Just be like, oh, okay. Oh, you just want to run wild and free. You just want to do whatever the hell you want. Oh, okay. We go on ahead and do that. Bye. Sorry, my Queen of Swords is really showing. Cut that nonsense out. Just act like you don't get, because I don't know if these people are trying to get under your skin. Don't let them do it. Do not. This card is saying being over-controlling can sabotage relationships to more effectively achieve your goal. Back off, regroup, give the situation some breathing room. Speak your piece and let it go. And let people show who they are. And when they show who they are, believe them. Absolutely believe them. If they let you know that they're, a no-show, if they let you know that they are a procrastinator, a bitchy little bitch, they neglect, they deny, they postpone, they leave you on red, oh, fill in the blank, don't try to fix it. Be like, oh, thank you for the information. Thank you for letting me know. And now I'm going to go do what I need to do about that. I'm going to go do what I need to do. to do about that. People are showing their hands right now. I mean, the ugly side of people can definitely come out. And I'm getting a vibe of don't try to fix it or control it or try to, you know, make it work out. Like, just like sit back and watch the show. Get your popcorn, get your soda, and be like, oh, you don't respect me. Oh, that's so cute. And if some of you lost your peace over this, this came out in reverse. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. So I think somebody stole your peace. I mean, come on, you know? And I'm telling you, if they haven't, they might just try. You can be dealing with, I'm telling you, this is siblings, neighbors, people in your neighborhood, your people that you interface with on the day-to-day, okay? Third house. And this has to do with the communications where are people saying things where they're, or texting, sending messages, trying to trigger you, provoke you to a conflict because they've got their own emotional and financial immaturity, insecurities, friendship in reverse again. Well, they're not your friend is what I heard. They're not your friend. Do not get it confused. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. A reason and a season, okay? I honestly am getting the vibe with that in reverse, that if somebody is not being friendly to you, they're not your friend. And if they are stealing your peace, they're not your friend. They're trying to provoke you into a verbal conflict. No. No. Absolutely not. Some of you, I don't know, again, this is triggering you, provoking you, trying to get under your skin maybe and get you worried about things like, oh my gosh, should I be concerned here? Oh my God, he just said this. He just sent this on a text. Or I can't believe this person said that. They're trying to give you a feeling of unrest because they have their own in themselves, okay? But I'm seeing here of you getting free of this, okay? Like do not be a conduit for other people's emotional baggage and issues. And trust me, people have them. They most definitely have them right now. And if they're trying to, you know, treat you like an outlet for their unresolved emotional and financial issues, don't take the bait. Do not take the bait. And whoever's trying to give out that bait, sit back and take notes, okay? Because they're letting you know. They're letting you know who they are. And Queen of Swords know how to deal with that, right? We sure do. The main issue here, well, somebody got put out, all right? Somebody it maybe has been dealing with lack or loss or feeling like they got outed. They got stuck out in the cold. They've been treated coldly. They have not been supported. They have maybe in some way been abandoned, left to fend for themselves. In the past, it looks like you were trying to move on from some kind of difficulty. It might have been a friend that helped, or somebody was helping you to get on, and I think it wasn't an easy task for you to move on, but you know, you tried. And in the future, oh God, no, drama, absolutely. And I'm seeing a betrayal here. I'm also seeing a 10. I'm being triggered with month of October this month. I want you to watch out for that, okay? Somebody is not your friend, okay? Somebody is your enemy. And I don't know that this is necessarily your fault. I think that somebody here has some issues and they need somebody to misdirected on, okay? You might also be dealing with somebody who is very mentally unstable, okay? Very mentally unstable. And they might be having financial problems too that are really making them almost desperate, okay? This is nastiness. What is hinging this all together? Some of you are you're single, and something is kind of upside down where you have had trouble getting maybe the support that you deserve, and this could most definitely be you, where you're feeling like left alone, okay? Left to fend for yourself, that nobody's really looking out for you and your interests, and this has put your family life upside down, because really with the Nine of Pentacles, you know, in the upright, this is a woman who's single and abundant and has more than enough, but in reverse, this is somebody here who is not self-sufficient, somebody who is, or you know, maybe they have prioritized career, but it's come at a great cost to the family. And so I'm also seeing perhaps a weakness here is that there might be a single woman in the mix who has a lot of vulnerabilities, and it's making her easy prey, it's making her an easy target. Outcome, I think that you're going to be looking into other things. You're going to be inquiring about other, but again, I'm also seeing, if you have children, possibly a fire sign child, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, more messages, more inquiries, more about you trying to figure out, maybe gather some information about what is going on with people. How do you break free? I'm seeing a couple cards here. This is at the foundation, Seven of Swords in reverse. You know, in the upright, it's about liar, cheater, thief, okay? But in the reverse, this is about you getting free of all that. This is about you, right? And I saw that trapped card where you've gotten free. You're coming out of that cage. Well, people might have caused you some, you know, they might have been a cause of concern, all right? But I do see you breaking free, and it might be that you're coming up with a new strategy. The new strategy might be that you are not going to cooperate and work on something with these people, these groups. You're not going to do it anymore, okay? And you might be looking into other options, because this particular option is not creating a win-win dynamic. And I am seeing here somebody that is a backstabber. I mean, let's get real. But honestly, no, it's not even fair to say this person is a backstabber, because they're doing it right to your face. I mean, this is a very gruesome card, but he's actually face up. The attack was head on, in your face. I'm hearing, when people show you who they are, believe them, okay? You're going to see things out of people, and don't try to fix it. Take in the information and figure out. I'm hearing something about recalibrate, okay? Because you have to know, I mean, I'm seeing a dynamic here of people who are preying upon other people who are, maybe have less power, less status, people who are vulnerable in some respect, easy targets, because they have their own emotional, financial insecurities. You need to make inquiries about how to break free of this stuff and not cooperate and put your time and energy investment into people who are showing their dark side. They're in their shadow energy. You need to go work on something, you know, rather than trying to fix or control the situation or prevent something from happening. You just need to get free of all this toxicity. Because I don't know that this person is Team Aquarius. I'm going to be straight with you. They're not your friend. It goes back to it. Anybody who's going to disrespect you and try to destroy your peace like that and try to trigger you, they're not your friend, which means enemy. And I did see with the Ten of Swords there. I'm sorry, like that's a deep, like I feel like that has to do with the eclipses coming up in October, November, but specifically October. Like I'm really, ooh, that's spicy. If you want an extended reading for Aquarius on Etsy for the month of October, let me know. I might put a message out on my community page. And you would be notified of that only if you're subscribed and you've activated the bell for all notifications. Alright, moving on to Scorpio. Yeah, spicy Scorpio. At 145.25. 145.25 for Scorpio. And if you're just now tuning in, we've done Gemini, Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Leo, Virgo, Cancer, Aries, Pisces, and Aquarius in that order. We are down to the last two signs, Scorpio and Libra. Okay? So, Scorpio, let's see what Spirit is asking you to release at this full moon in Aries. And let me say this is hitting your 6th house, having to do with your daily habits, with your work routines, your health routines. It might have to do with your vocation, your occupation. It might also have to do with finding healing, and it can also be a house having to do with pets, if you have any pets. Okay? So show me, Spirit, what Scorpio needs to release, surrender, worry. Yeah, Aquarius got something kind of like that. This one says, make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body, focus on the power of your heart, and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. Okay? And surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Some of you, you know, you need to connect with people that are going to help get your mind off of some worries or going to help you cope with some anxieties that you have. Maybe a friend, going out with a friend who you can talk to and just kind of bounce things off of that person. With that loving card, some of you have a love interest. Someone's interested in you or you are interested in them. It could go both ways. But it might be on the job too. Oh, yeah, but I got that in reverse at the bottom. Loving. So it's a lot about love. Love, 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 love. But it's in reverse, so some of you, there might be a love interest maybe in the workplace for some of you, and or they watch you in your place of work, but it's not coming together. Something is not coming together with that. I'm not entirely sure why, what needs to be done to heal this. There may be also, I'm seeing a contrast here where somebody is interested in feeling very affectionate towards one person, but not another. Okay, yeah, it could be third party. Yeah, Aaron is saying something about a third party. Yeah. It might be a third party situation. Okay. Let's see what needs to get healed emotionally at the time of this full moon in Aries. What needs to get healed? Please tell me what needs to get healed. What needs to get healed with this full moon in Aries? Oh, okay. Empathy and imagination. And at the foundation, loneliness. Some of you are coping with your loneliness by living in a fantasy land, okay? By imagining things in a different way. And I don't know why Aaron is like continuing to like repeat, but I'm putting you in timeout for now. Like, we need to take a break on the copy paste, okay? Because I want to make sure other people can talk and say what they gotta say. There needs to be, rather than coping with loneliness or feeling alone, rather than kind of getting into this imaginary world, I feel like there needs to be more empathy, maybe towards yourself and another. This says, I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. In your alone time, really look at both sides of the situation is what I'm getting out of this. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. I'm getting a different download off of this card. Somebody else got that card and I got something totally different for them. For you, I'm feeling like, I don't think it was Pisces that got that. I am feeling for you that you need to come up with some creative solutions on this. Is there a lack of empathy for yourself and another? Do you need to get out of your loneliness and to connect with another person who has empathy? Who can, I'm hearing demonstratable empathy. Somebody who demonstrates empathy, or that you feel you can demonstrate empathy with. There is a need to deal with these matters in that way. I feel some of you are in deep need of connection, okay? And I feel badly because I know like the Scorpios are going through a hard time. I met two Scorpios the other day at a crystal shop, and I left. I'm like, damn, I forgot to say, like, man, y'all are going through the South Node of Scorpio. Like, I know it's hard. It's got to be hard on the Scorpios. And I would say the last week, my clients have been mostly Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising. You know, y'all are feeling it. Y'all are feeling it deeply, okay? Just Scorpio. If you got prominent Scorpio placements, my gosh, maybe come to me for a private reading and I can help you through this transit, all right? It's a deal, okay? It's a deal. It's a big deal. It's quite the big deal. Let's see what the cards have to say for you, Scorpio. You gotta drop some burden, okay? There's some kind of heaviness that you're carrying around and you just can't do this anymore, all right? You have to release it. South Node in Scorpio is about letting go of something related to Scorpio, and for you this is in your first house, and it might have to do with your identity or your reputation or the way that you are being seen. You know, there's something about yourself you are having to let go and clean out and purge. And it might be responsibilities and commitments that you took on a long time ago, and maybe it was a little here, a little there, whatever, and now it's added up to a whole lot of stuff, and you have got to drop this heaviness and travel more lightly. And in the past, it looks like It looks like there was a breakup of some kind, maybe involving a Gemini, but I am also seeing an energy of a partnership where the shadow side of your personalities came out, and you just start seeing the dark side of each other and maybe not even ever healing it, okay? Some of you have broken up with this person. Others of you, you're still in the mix of it, but it's unhealed, okay? It's like not really a partnership, frankly. If your shadow energies are running the show. And so in the future, I see regeneration. I see, and I like that 10 of Swords in reverse, because yeah, it's been dark, okay? This is heavy. Another 10, endings. Something's got to end. It's got to go, all right? What I'm seeing here in the future placement is that you're going to begin again. You're going to rise again. You are going to put this behind you. You're going to regenerate. You're going to breathe new life into something that is dead and gone, okay? It's not going to be what it used to be, though. This is a new beginning. This is I gotta get this off of me. Are y'all feeling like, I don't know why I'm feeling like I gotta get this off of me. Is there something on you that is like, I can't wear this anymore. It doesn't suit me anymore. It doesn't flatter me. I don't wear it well. I don't want to wear this anymore. I don't like how it, you know what I'm saying? This is binding me. I've got to get this off of me. I've got to shake this off, okay? I'm in a flow here for somebody. You will begin again. You're going to get clarity. And that clarity is going to give you the victory. But the victory is also going to come not only through the truth and clarity about the truth, but agreement. What's hinging this all together, some of you are stuck. You're having trouble dropping, ending something, letting something go, shedding something. It's like shedding your skin. I'm getting like molting. I'm hearing molting with the snake. You're coming into a new you. You have to let this dead skin slough it off, okay? Yeah, Sophiel, I hope I pronounced your name right. She said, stuck like Chuck, absolutely. And so some of you hanging on to some kind of wishful thinking or some mindset that is keeping you stuck because it's not grounded in reality. And maybe it is through a realization of, I have to make a sacrifice here. Right. I don't know why I'm getting like, this is something kind of, this is kind of nasty in a way, like, right, like, you hear these people who, they never cut their nails, like, I don't know, like, if you never cut your nails, or you never cut your hair, or you never, exfoliated your skin to slough off the dead skin, like, it's like, ugh. There's something, this is a weird, I don't know where I'm getting it. This is like, I hope this is meaningful to somebody, because I'm like, I don't even like, why am I talking about this? This is so out in left field, but somebody needs to hear it. Like, if you can start looking at this process of, I'm sloughing off the dead skin, I'm cutting off the dead ends in my hair. This doesn't flatter me anymore. This is not who I am anymore. I've got to grow into something new and better and improved and updated and clean. I've got to clean myself of this. I've got to free myself of this. You know what I'm saying? And, okay. I am getting this person out of here. I don't know why people think that's kosher to hijack a chat. And I don't even know if he's speaking English. So bye. Okay? Final card, outcome, Queen of Swords in reverse. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. In reverse, I don't, you're not happy about it, okay? Some of you, it's almost like you're hanging on to the dead ends in your hair. You don't want to cut your hair. And again, maybe I am just totally objectifying and depersonalizing. You're like, oh my God, you know, with your emotions, right? But I am so connected to this stuff. I am so identified with this stuff. But this is who I am. But I'm like, okay, no, it's not suiting you anymore. You have to let it go, okay? You know, and the longer you hang on to it, the more intense the pressure is to flush it down the commode, okay? I'm sorry. Some of you are very, very bitchy about it, bitter, and I'm not going to tell you you're wrong in those feelings. I'm not going to invalidate your feelings at all. I'm just going to say that's something you need to, like, be prepared for. That this is not a picnic. And some of you are stuck because you don't want to let go. You're angry about having to give something up, or having to face your shadow, or having to realize the shadows in other people, and having to drop things that you picked up and took on, responsibilities, because you don't want to do it, okay? At the foundation, not putting the work in anymore, not investing in something anymore. Something I think that you put a lot into, okay? And again, a lot of your identity might be wrapped into this. 7 years might be relevant, okay? But it's gone on for a very long time, and I'm sorry. I feel that you have dealt with a lot of numerous with that 10 of Swords in reverse, you've dealt with a lot of culminated attacks, okay? And every time you got hit with that, which I think has led to some kind of feeling of defeat, if not outright defeat in some respect, it was like, I don't know if Spirit was allowing it to say, hey, like, we're trying to show you, you have to let this go. You have to, I mean, that was some drama straight up in there with those 10 of Swords and 10 of Wands. I'm sorry, Scorpio, you need a private reading, you know where to come. I am moving on to Libra, okay? Libra at 162.18. 162.18 for Libra. Last sign tonight. And if you're just not joining in, we have done Gemini, Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Leo, Virgo, Cancer, Aries, Pisces, Aquarius, and Scorpio in that order. Libra. How sad. You were the last one tonight. And it's your birthday month. Dang it, the sun is in Libra. How could this happen? How could Libra be last? Libra, you know, you're the diplomat of the zodiac, right? Are people put you under some kind of guilt or grief? With all this moon in Aries energy, are they like, but it's about me, and you're showing up like, no, we're here to negotiate. We're here to partner, and why don't you play nice? Why don't you play nice, full moon in Aries, right? And people are not playing nice. Yeah, Georgia, something good. Okay. Libra, this is hitting your 7th house of partnerships, and that's what you do fantastic at, right? All right, yeah, Sophia is saying moon in Aries, rising in Libra. Okay, oh my gosh, what the contrast. Okay, all right. So, I mean, look, Libra, this is about others. This is about long-term committed partnerships, relationships, maybe marriages, maybe business contracts, business partners. We'll see what comes out. But has there been some anger about these things? Because, you know, people being selfish. People are being selfish. And Libra is over here, but like, hey, this is my birthday month, and I do relationships, and why don't you do relationships? And, oh, you don't know how to do it? Let me show you how to do it. And they're not doing it. They're not doing it. So, we'll see. Let's see what the cards say you got to release here. What does Libra need to release? What does Libra need to release? Please show me with this full moon in Aries. What does Libra need to release and let go of? All right, we got a jumper. Stubbornness? No. No, I don't think that's you. I just don't. Is this people around you? In your relationships, they're stubborn? I don't know. Because I think y'all can flex and flow with people. You really can. Y'all are negotiators, all right? Who is being stubborn in your relationships, Libra? If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. All right, maybe. Surrender to setting limits. Well, that's quite the contrast, because I'm seeing here somebody's got their limits up to the highest degree, and somebody here doesn't, and they need to. Okay? There is a need to strike a right balance here, is what I feel. This card says, it is healthy to set boundaries in your relationships, practicing expressing your needs, and remember that practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. Like, you don't have to explain yourself, you don't have to justify your needs. Right? Sometimes we get people, like I had an Aries many years ago. Why do you need that? You don't need that. Yeah, I do need that. Okay, and maybe you don't need that. Maybe that's not an important in your value system, but it is for me. So, yeah, I will be passing, and I will not be taking that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Honestly, I'm getting the idea that, right, there's always exceptions. But I'm inclined to say that if I were to take a, wild intuitive guess, Libra here is the one who needs to set limits, because they're dealing with someone who is rigid and having a my way or the highway attitude. And so compassion needs, and empathy and caring and sympathy needs to be expressed. Oh my gosh, what the contrast. It's like the other two cards. It's like this is a dichotomy of, we have got to not get into this, right? This is so much of the emotional energy that's going on right now with this full moon, of people getting hostile, especially with Mars in Gemini. And Mars rules Aries. People becoming hostile, vengeful, spiteful, retaliating in some cases, when, this is what needs to happen here, compassion, okay? Some of you are dealing with some super, frustrated people, okay? And they might be frustrating you, and this might be a time that you need to be compassionate with yourself and others. Because a lot of people, as I said earlier on, they're not self-aware, they haven't done any self-healing work, they do not understand these energies, and how to work with these energies constructively. And so what they do, they get caught up in these energies and they lose themselves, right? It's like I said earlier, they become bitchy little bitches with Mars and Gemini. Goodness, God help us. What is a healing energy here? Oh, yeah, that one really came out. That one really came out. Let me see if I can grab it. Okay, it came out pretty forcefully, but it ran from me. Success. Somebody, I'm getting the feeling like somebody is really trying to get, get their agenda through, okay? But as much as they force it, it evades them, all right? I know there is no greater goal than to love. Hello, we're back to this. Yeah, that needs to be the goal here. And peace. You're the diplomat, okay? Again, this is an odd thing because Libras, this is something unique to your reading. You take it as it applies, but me intuitively, these cards, they are coming up in exact perfect pairs of a contrast, where I'm getting this, either it's your energy versus theirs, or somebody is having these conflicting energies within themselves, okay? I feel like one person here is trying to be peaceful, be the diplomat, but another person is about driving their agenda forward, and it's almost like they're trying to force something that evades them, or the more they chase it, the more it runs from them. And I'm also hearing something about pushback. You see it? Just pushing back on this stubborn behavior. Please show me Libra for this full moon in Aries. Please show me Libra for this full moon in Aries. Messages for Libra. Please show me. Okay. The main issue here is there's been a lack of trust, stability, and security. God forbid, I hope you were not dealing with somebody who is greedy. I think so. If this is not about money, this is about values, and somebody is very much about, what I value, mine, me. It's a very self-serving energy is what I'm getting off of this. And I'm feeling like another party here is being made to feel very insecure over this, and feeling like there's a lack of trust here and a lack of security in this relationship as a result. In the past, I think you lost some sleep over this, or at least been, up in your head over this, worried, concerned. What's going to happen? What do I do? In the future, you have a Queen of Wands in the reverse, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, possibly female, and an energy of very demanding, very, very, what about me? What about me? The foundation, what's hinging this all together, is that it looks like, I'm getting a couple things here. This could be somebody that you've been soul tied to and you're trying to cut the soul tie. It might be a Capricorn as well. When I say soul tie, I'm really also getting like there's like a sexual connection with this person, but maybe, no more. Or trying to break it. Some of you getting free, you're in either you broke free of it, you broke the soul tie, or you got your power back, you got your freedom back, you broke free of this toxicity. If you have not yet done that, you are in the process of doing it. And the outcome, Hermit in reverse could be a Virgo. I'm seeing a lot of earth energy, a lot of earth sign energy, and some fire, okay? Right, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for the fire, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn for the earth. In this outcome, what I'm seeing is that you may decide that you're going to be alone for a while. And that's kind of sad for a Libra, right? Because y'all are about, you're very other focused, right? You are you're an interpersonal sign. You are here to be in relationship with people. But it's almost like you are going to, and I don't think you have to be alone. I don't think you have to be single. But I think that you are going to decide that you're not going to engage with somebody, and it might be a boundary that you put up, like, you know what, since you're stuck and we're not going to get forward movement, and I don't want to be part of that toxicity, and it might be their toxicity that they refuse to let go of it. They refuse to stop bringing toxicity into the relationship. So you're like, listen, either your toxic behavior goes or you go. And I'm honestly getting the feeling that you're going to tell them to go in order to get clean in your life, get clean of this toxicity, that you're gonna just be like, yeah, no bueno, we're not gonna, there's no trust here, you know, you are not, you're being greedy, you're only looking out for yourself in this relationship. This might be somebody also who has like been very reckless with money, very irresponsible or very selfish with money, resources, or they're only out for their own gain in this relationship. It's super toxic, but I see you breaking free of it, even if you have to fly solo for a bit by your own choosing. I don't really know that they're letting you go. I'm almost getting the feeling like you're letting yourself go. The foundation, oh yeah, closure, end of a cycle, and guess what? You passed the test. You put this devil in reverse, right? That's how it came out and showed up. You're breaking free of that devil. You got the memo from the universe. You learned the lesson. You graduated. And I think the lesson is about you setting healthy limits so that you can maintain your peace and have success in relationships, and you can drop this toxicity. This is like, all right, all of this is like, the only positive I can see here is that that's your energy by chance. You are just you're starting to stand up for yourself with this in reverse. You're getting to a place where you're like, yeah, so enough about you. What about me? Oh, you just still don't want to make it about me? Okay, guess what? I'm gonna make it about me, since you don't want to make it about me. Boundaries. That's self-love, right? Wow. Self-love as opposed to other love. You might have bent your boundaries to love this other person, negotiated, compromise, been compassion, all these very nice, diplomatic, fair, Libra things, okay? And if you're a cross watcher and like, now it's the other way around, we'll take it how it applies. It's a general reading, right? But I think that this is going to be a time from here on out where Libra starts practicing more self-love. If Libra got into a toxic area of other love, they wouldn't love them back. All right, I hope that I have helped y'all tonight. That concludes all the signs, and y'all have a blessed evening. Thanks for joining in, and I look forward to connecting with y'all again when we have The next, oh my gosh, where is it at? When are we having our next live? I am going to go live again on the, oh, it's going to be the eclipse. Oh, yes. Oh, buckle up for that. That's a big kahuna. All right. That will be on the 25th. When we have the new moon in Scorpio, solar eclipse. Oh my gosh. Scorpios, reach out to me if you need to. Anyway, I hope to see you then. Make sure you have subscribed, you've activated the bell for notifications to receive all notifications so that you get all my little bonuses that I put over on my community page. You know, that some of you who just watch, you would never even be aware. I've got a lot more stuff over there going on for my subscribers and the people who I've set up for notifications. Thanks to all of you joining in. Some familiar names. I see Deborah. Thanks for joining in. And Maureen, good to see you as well. George says that's on point. Libra, yeah, thanks. Okay, and thank you in return. And thanks to you as well, Maureen. Had to wait to the very end, but it was worth it. Take care. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And Deborah, thanks as well. And if I missed y'all while I was going live because I was in my zone, I apologize. I'm looking forward to connecting to y'all again. And I'll see you on the 25th of October. Be blessed.